A lot of stuff happened today. We're going to start off in the name of Jesus. Please bring blessings to anyone that has to come in contact with me, Lord. Please watch over everybody out here and just bring deliverance and repentance to the world, Lord. In your name, amen. So, we're going to get into the rhetoric of the left and the hypocrisy of the left in a moment here, where Rashida Tlaib literally says we have to stop pushing rhetoric that makes one side seem like one thing, and then literally turns around at the exact same moment in the next sentence and calls us fascists. Okay, if you don't know, she had to be taken out and arrested the other day. She was released immediately. It was all for show, but these are terrorists, okay? These people that are taking up for criminal aliens, these representatives should be fucking arrested. We're sick of pretty fucking words. We're sick of no actual actions taken. They have now pulled down the fences, ordered by a lower court judge that has no authority over the executive branch. The Supreme Court's already ruled that these universal injunctions are unconstitutional. Our administration is still adhering to lower courts, and this is a fucking problem at this point. Officers surrounded. Nothing to do with politics today. Just a roving band of uncivilized animals in our streets of America. In Boston today, over 60 people firebombed them, shot fireworks. A U.S. Marshal was shot today. Five Department of Homeland Security officers were attacked today. It's been a crazy, crazy day. Now we have an administration telling us that until the governors get on board with this, there's not much we can do. What the actual fuck? What the actual fuck is going on in America? Hello. So we're going to be listening to this rhetoric from the left where they say we can't dehumanize them while they literally do the same thing in the exact same sentence. So listen to this hypocrisy. And yeah, things are getting interesting, guys. California declared a national emergency, has ordered their officers to stand against federal agents in their state. So if we can't call this the definition of civil war, then that's what it is. See, like you're saying in the comments, I've never showed you an old video. I've showed you videos that were live or were live just a couple hours ago. So, but they got this rhetoric going around on the internet right now. DHS is arresting 15-year-old girls. 15-year-old girls. First of all, the fucking video is from 3 years ago. The girl just committed armed robbery, led the cops on a high-speed chase for 30 minutes, hit another car, and then they pulled her out of the car. That was from 3 years ago. Those were regular cops. Those were nothing to do with federal agents whatsoever. So, boom, there it is. I didn't post a whining. See, that's the difference between you and us. You won't exist anymore in another year, and we'll still be here. That's the difference between you and me. You know, there was nothing whiny about that. That was just letting people know that I'm not going to go live 3 or 4 times a day. You know what I mean? Rumble pays me a lot more money, so I went live over there 3 times today instead of here. I made a ton of money on live today. I made $350 live on Rumble. I've only made, $100+ every few nights on this one. The one was live 100% from Charlie Kirk's funeral when he was talking about how he left the thing. But it doesn't matter what you say. Watch what I'm going to do right now for Big Boy. Because my viewers have asked me to do this. So take care. See you, buddy. Okay, since my users have asked me for 3 days in a row to get rid of that guy, that's the first time I've ever deleted somebody. But he did say intifada to everybody here yesterday, and he threatened to kill everybody in the comments. So I guess I can't let that kind of rhetoric fucking slide. If you go to my YouTube post, you'll see that I posted a bunch of those comments yesterday where he was in here saying intifada to all fascists and I will kill you. But let's listen to Rashid retard here commit hypocrisy in 2 simple sentences.
Important, Mr. Chair, that this committee does not allow rhetoric that defames and or paints Washington, D.C. in a way that you all haven't really truly seen. You're just
okay, we're not supposed to defame or anything like that, because there are some pretty parts of Washington, is what she's saying. The fucking violence doesn't matter. So let's listen to what she says after this. We're not supposed to defame each other, guys. It's what she just said, very passionately.
No, you're just reading it or something off of some...
Will the gentlelady yield to a question?
Yeah, I think it's really important.
Will the gentlelady yield?
No, I don't yield. I don't even have time. I can tell you...
Your time's expired.
It is expired, but Mr. Chair...
Awesome.
But you all live here, and you're not telling people the beautiful parts that you do see in our nation's capital. And no, it's
what
just
beautiful
wrong.
parts in 2025?
Chairman, I think it's insane that the gentlelady doesn't have an argument, that she's going to refer to me and some of my colleagues.
They can't even hold their emotions in politics, these people. You know what I mean? It's from a couple days ago, but a lot of people haven't seen this. Hold on, watch.
Is that what you think?
I'll turn you around. That's Byron Donalds.
I think it's
so she just said we defame them, and then turns around in the exact same sentence and says we're fascist to Byron Donalds, a black man, by the way. Much love, brother. So here we go.
Hey, to say something like that to myself and a lot of my colleagues is way out of line. It's way out of line. It's way out of line.
Regular order, Mr.
Way out of line.
Regular order.
That's okay. But it's okay, right? It's okay, right?
Keep in mind, her time's been up for over 2 minutes.
Hold myself accountable. Hold your own self accountable. How about that? Hold your own self accountable. How about that?
Free DC and make sure you vote with your own voting card.
Byron Donalds for next governor of Florida, guys. Byron Donalds.
Chair recognizes Miss Boebert from Colorado. Wait a minute, Miss Boebert.
The Washington Post poll of DC residents found 8 out of 8 in 10 opposed Trump's taking over of their local police and sending it.
Oh, and I want you to keep in mind, a minute ago she said, and they're arresting 15-year-old children. They're using the representation of that video. I don't care. Who cares? You're all the Democrats are terrorists. Who cares about criminal records at this point? Anyway, and he's my direct representative, so we voted for him. Anyway, she says they're arresting 15-year-old girls. Let's make this very clear. The video of the girl screaming, I'm only 15 in the gray Charger, that's from 3 fucking years ago. That wasn't even federal agents. Those were regular police officers. That was a high-speed chase. She had just got done committing armed robbery, and that's from 3 fucking years ago. And no, she wasn't 15. She was 25, and she was arrested, and that was reported on years ago. And they're playing that video saying, using that as a reference that we're arresting 15-year-old kids. So that is the actual reality of the situation of the 15-year-old kids getting arrested. And now they're saying we're tear gassing babies, by the way. That's the new thing. We're now tear gassing babies.
Without objection to order.
You know, I think it's also really important to understand, like, the incredible kind of slanderous, like, defamation. I don't know what to call it.
You just called us fascists, you dumb bitch.
Washington, D.C. You just heard them speak about our nation's capital in that way.
It's a shithole.
In a way that I feel very much like that's not what I see. I see people walking around with their families.
You see what we mean?
Enjoying.
They say, don't believe your lying eyes. Don't believe what you see. Believe what we fucking tell you. Believe the propaganda, the rhetoric. They say, don't listen to the rhetoric of the right, but believe our rhetoric that you can literally see as a lie with your own fucking eyes. It's crazy. Well, she's a terrorist. She's a fucking terrorist. She outright stood up for Hamas and fucking terrorism. She's a fucking terrorist. And at this point, a lot of the MAGA movement's getting fed the fuck up because that press briefing was a bunch of bullshit today, wasn't it? Where they said that we can't do much until the governors agree that we are allowed to do it. No. Listen, they're making it to where we the people are going to have no choice but to do something about this terrorism, because we're not getting any action now. If you don't know, they pulled down the fences at the Broadview ICE facility. So now they have no fucking protection. You know what I mean? I foresee, if it keeps going like this, I foresee a bunch of ICE agents quitting. Okay, quitting over, their security being taken away from them. It's getting insane at this point. We're going to go into some news that I have here. If you don't know what's going on in California, they just declared a national emergency over ICE being in their community. That's fucking insane. That's insane. So they've declared a national emergency against federal agents and have told their officers not to allow federal agents to do their job, to stop them, and they're going to give eviction protection policies to these criminal aliens and harbor them from the federal government. That's the literal definition of treason, by the way. That's the literal definition of treason. So immediately that gives you the ability, Donald Trump, stop listening to whoever the fuck on your administration is giving you constitutional advice. Under the Insurrection Act of America, the moment they harbor and aid and abet criminal invader terrorists to our country, they have committed the definition of treason. And you can enact the Insurrection Act, and you can go into these fucking states and do what needs to be done. And you can remove these motherfuckers that are tyrants by their hair and reappoint new officials. That is the actual federal constitutional law of the land. I don't know who's giving you constitutional or legal advice, but holy fuck, you're pulling another Lindsey Graham and, what was that dumb bitch's name? The biggest disappointment of them all. That's how irrelevant she is. I've already forgotten her name. Who was his lawyer that they went after? The female that ended up being a sorry sack of shit. That's how irrelevant it is at this point, is we don't even remember who the fuck she is. Anyway, so let's get into this. I'm going to open this in this bigger view here, and I'm going to show you that I'm not lying to you about that. I'm sorry I had to do that a minute ago, guys. That's the first time I've ever banned anyone from this channel, but I can't have you people. You can talk all the shit you want to me. All the shit you want to me. You can threaten whoever you want with me. You can't threaten to kill the people in my comments, though. I have to ban you from the channel if you do that. I have to hide your comments from my channel. If you're putting intifada to all fascists, you don't know what the words clearly mean because you don't know the definitions of words, leftists, but that means wipe all these motherfuckers out, okay? That's what that means. That is a terrorist, Taliban, jihadist, Hamas saying intifada all Jews, intifada from the river to the sea means wipe them out from the river to the sea, okay? Understand that's what those words mean. You cannot say that to you can say it to me all you want. You can say intifada, you fucking fascist creator. That's fine with me. But don't threaten the people on my channel. I can't let you stay here if you do that. They're not happy when you do that. So, here we go. LA County declares state of emergency to fight back against ICE immigration raids. So, tell me what the fuck that means. What does that mean? Fight back against... So they've declared a national emergency. Do you know how big LA is? LA is most of the whole middle of California, bro. LA isn't just, I'm from LA. What part of LA? Are you from fucking Dearborn? Are you from Deer Valley? What side of LA are you from? I hate when people say that. You know what I mean? So they've created a national emergency, which means we can legally cut California off from all American trade because they are now against the Union of America. That's how the federal law works. We need somebody speaking to our president that's going to tell them to stand up for tell our president to stand up for the Constitution. Kash Patel, what a sorry sack of fucking disappointment you are, motherfucker. Holy shit. One U.S. Marshal shot today. 5 DHS officers attacked today. 60 hooligan, fucking uncivilized human beings attacked federal agents in the middle of the street in Boston today. Not even a political thing, not even Antifa, just uncivilized fucking sorry-ass motherfucking monkeys walking down the fucking street attacking people. Because that's what baboons do in the fucking jungle, bro. They get in packs and they attack you. Stop acting like fucking baboons. You know what I mean? Let's act like civilized human beings. Stop attacking federal agents for doing their jobs. That's literally the definition of being able to enact the Insurrection Act. Where are we at, Donald Trump? You know, that's what I'm saying. I'll be the first one to call my side out for being big fat pussies, bro. Right now, the Republicans' pussy's so big you can see it from the fucking moon. We need to close that motherfucker up and put some balls between our legs and do what the fuck needs to be done. Because at this point, there's not a state in the United States right now that's not having some leftist attack a motherfucker for no reason. For no fucking reason. Just people walking down the street and you're getting attacked. We can't even walk out of our houses without fucking people trying to kill us. You know what I mean? We can't even have our own comments on our social media pages without people threatening our lives and trying to find out who we are and fucking swatting us on a fucking daily basis. I've been swatted 5 times this fucking week. Thank God I live in a small town where I know every single cop, and they literally just call me. They don't even show up at my house anymore. They call me and they say, "Hey, Josh, you good, bro? Are you live?" I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Okay, take care." But it doesn't happen like that everywhere. Tim Pool just got swatted again yesterday. Nobody knows about that, though, because it's crazy, because y'all need to start telling people what's happening with you. You know what I mean? All of you influencers out here, Steven Crowder's getting out there doing it now. He's letting everybody know what's been going on this whole time. So we have got to take this fucking country back. And unfortunately, at this point, we're going to have to be colonists again, and we're going to have to fucking take some shit by force. There's no other option in this situation. Okay. Multiple arrested. Let's open this in another view. Multiple arrested in Boston as officers were attacked. So we're going to open that. We're going to move that down. Sorry about the views today, guys. I'm not at my normal area. Starlink's down for some reason right now where I'm at. Violent protest leads to multiple arrests and injured officers in downtown Boston. So I want to show you that, because I want to show you how much of a lie mainstream media is pushing on you. That's not what happened at all. There was not a protest. These were just random fucking hooligans walking down the street in packs of 160 attacking fucking officers. So that's where we've gotten to in this country now. It's not just Antifa in the streets. It's not just fucking trans people in the streets shooting people. Now it's just regular, everyday fucking criminals walking down the middle of the road, surrounding police cars and attacking them. They burnt this car to the fucking ground. So I can get you a better view of this probably off of YouTube on the news. So we're going to pull that up right now. Okay, we're going to pull that up right now. I love you guys. I will bring this to you. ICE in Chicago right now. Fuck, breaking news. What's going on now? Two. Boston cops attacked today. Yeah, the video's fine. I'm not worried about the video. Right? Oh, it pulls it up immediately. Okay, so we'll check out what Fox News has to say about this, so you can see the actual damage that was caused by these terrorists, because these are terrorists. These are not activists. These are not protesters. These are not citizens of our country. These are terrorist criminals, is what they are. Even YouTube's running slow today.
Firework-looking explosives. All like the people were out running, and there was about probably 25, 30 cop cars.
YouTube's very glitchy today.
On fire because of
it's not running right at all.
Boston cops under attack when a street takeover
I love
descends
Kaylee.
into
I miss her so much at the White House.
Agitators shoot fireworks at a squad car, causing it to burst into flames. Look at that. with an officer trapped inside. Now, as the crowd continues.
Okay, so let's make this very clear. They threw a pack of 6 mortars taped together inside the cop car. That is an explosion. That is not just fireworks. Mortars will take off fucking body parts, bro. How's it looking now? I'm about to put up a poll after we watch this stuff. We're going to see.
Wreak havoc. 2 suspects, an 18-year-old and a 19-year-old, were arrested and charged with assaulting a police officer. Hello, everyone. This is Outnumbered. I'm Kaylee McEnany here with my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Emily Campagno. Also joining us, Molly Hemingway, Fox News contributor, and joining us on the couch for the first time, we're excited to have him, John Ashbrook, co-host of the Ruthless podcast. Welcome. Well, the president of the Boston Police Union says his officers were always targets.
Has happened the last couple of years on a single incident or maybe a couple of incidents through the summer where it used to be drag racers would come in. They'd come in 1, 2, 3 in the morning, separate communities, spin the tires, make a bunch of smoke, and then go on their way.
Which is normal.
And we would monitor them, rightfully so. But what happened last weekend got out of control. It went through 4 different communities, ended up here at a couple of locations in Boston. And each location that they went to in this past incident, it appears as though they got more aggressive. And when they ended up in the downtown South End section of Boston, that pretty much, in our opinion, looked premeditated. They knew what they were going to do, and they were hell-bent on attacking police officers.
Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey pledged to put an end to this dangerous trend.
Who engages in that conduct will be found and will be held accountable to the furthest extent of the law. I just want to be really clear that we have 0 tolerance for this in the state. Some of the perpetrators are from Massachusetts.
So, isn't this the same governor that allowed this shit to happen for the past 4.5 years and specifically put walls into place so the prosecutors didn't have to hold these people accountable? So who's going to hold them accountable, lady? Your liberal prosecutors that's been letting them go this whole time and releasing them on cash bail with no money down? You know, is that who's going to hold them accountable? Trump's about to do that briefing from the ballroom. But I'm assuming that my video title is garbage because I'm getting no views tonight, or maybe it's just because it's the night. And I don't normally go on at 7 o'clock. I'm normally a daytime live person. So we'll be live for another probably 20, 30 minutes. And then I got to get to another show that I'm on tonight and on Kick and Rumble. So go over to Kick and Rumble and check out Berserker Patriot 1776 in about 45 minutes. I'll be over there live. I went live 4 times on Rumble today. You make a lot more money on Rumble going live than you do here on YouTube. If YouTube isn't functional, then that's fine.